morning, everybody. All right, on your feet, toes and heels together. Welcome to your 90-minute moving meditation. Welcome to your yoga. Welcome back to some of you who haven't been for a while. Okay, stand there, feel the grounding of your feet into the floor. Your heels and toes are together. Drop the shoulders down and back. You lengthen the lower spine by tucking the tailbone under. Palms forward so that you can feel the shoulders, the neck, the back already start to relax right now. Bring the energy up through to the crown of the head. You're going to focus today on distraction-free practice, minimizing your movements, minimizing all the extraneous thoughts that come into your head. Just bring your attention right back to your breath at any given moment. If you find yourself being distracted, that's the key. We're going to start straight away with pranayama breathing. So everybody interlock the fingers underneath the chin, please. Try to get the elbows together if you can, but without punching forward so that you can keep the shoulders down and back. Now tuck the tailbone under, exhale to empty out the lungs, and now inhale through the nose. Bring the elbows up nice and tall. As you bring the elbows up, you're filling the lungs, you see the rib cage separate in the mirror, and then exhale, mouth open, eyes open, make a ha sound like a hairdryer as you bring the elbows together and you squeeze them, lifting them high, and then inhale, elbows out as you push the chin into the fingers to lever the elbows up. Now give some focus on your shoulders to relax them down and back away from the ears as you raise the elbows up, and then exhale, walk the eyes back across the ceiling as you round the shoulder blades forward and lift the elbows up, look to the back wall, emptying the lungs, and then inhale, keep those elbows high as you push the jaw into the fingers, keeping that breath moving, fluid, keep it moving. Inhale, lungs full, take another sip, and then snap the belly in and exhale. Make that ha sound like a hairdryer. As you walk the eyes back, you're keeping the elbows up nice and high. Get those elbows together, squeeze the bottom, lock the legs, and then inhale, close the mouth, and take that nice deep inhale. And they're getting deeper all the time. Now let the diaphragm move down into your belly, get the elbows up. Now shoulders down and back, and then exhale. Push the head back slowly. Now squeeze the bottom without pushing the hips forward, tucking the tailbone under. Get the elbows together, look to the back wall, use your eyes, that's it. And then inhale, elbows apart, chin down. Don't let those elbows drop, just keep lifting them up as you bring the chin down, looking forward in the mirror, shoulders down, and then exhale, mouth open, ha sound as you walk the eyes back across the ceiling as you bring the fingers, the wrist, the elbows together and squeeze them, and then inhale, elbows out. As you push the jaw into the fingers, you lever the elbows up. You're using the arms as bellows as you stretch up from the waist to the elbows, and then exhale, mouth open, slowing the breath down, keeping the eyes open, walking the eyes back. Now lock out those legs so that you keep a nice strong foundation with a perfectly straight back. And then inhale, pushing the jaw into the fingers, walking the eyes back across the ceiling so you meet your own eyes in the mirror. You're dropping the shoulders down and back, you get the elbows up tall, and then exhale, mouth open, eyes open. Look to the back wall, squeezing those elbows together. Now shift the weight back into the heels as you squeeze the bottom and lock out the legs. And then inhale, elbows apart, chin down. Good. A nice big long cycle of breath as you get the elbows up, your lungs are full, and then exhale, mouth open, eyes open, walking the eyes back. Now open the mouth there, Jenny, and squeeze the elbows together as you lift up the toes, and then inhale for the last two in the first set. Keep on inhaling, close the mouth, get the elbows up, shoulders down, lungs full. That's it, kitty. Exhale, mouth open, walk the eyes back. Getting ready for your last breath now. You're looking to the back wall, taking the weight back into the heels as you lock the legs, and then inhale for the last breath. Good. Keep on inhaling till the lungs are nice and full. This is your deepest breath in the first set. Get the elbows up, take another sip of air, squeeze the bottom, lock the legs, and now exhale, slowly emptying the lungs. Now try not to do that back bend there. Just let the head go back, tuck the tailbone under, lift the elbows, make sure you empty the lungs completely, and then when they're empty, just release the arms down by the side. In one movement, the shoulders go back, the palms are forward, and then you focus on stillness, distraction-free time. That's what your Shavasana is about, slowing the mind and body at the same time. Interlock the fingers the other way. Let's do it again. Cross the thumbs, elbows together. Exhale, suck in the stomach, empty the lungs, and now inhale. Full 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, lungs full, and now exhale, walking the eyes back again, make that ha sound, get those elbows together and lift them so the shoulders move away from the ears, squeeze the elbows, and then inhale. Just let those elbows come out, don't let them drop at all. Push the jaw into the fingers, use your arms as bellows to fill up the lungs with air, and then exhale, mouth open. Complete that breath, that cycle of breath by exhaling completely. Squeezing the bottom will help you tighten all the lower body muscles and empty the lungs completely, and then inhale, let those elbows come out again. And the chin comes down. If you walk your eyes back across the ceiling to meet your own eyes in the mirror, you'll find the movement is nice and smooth. And then exhale, once again, walk the eyes back to smooth out that movement so you're not just dropping the head back. Squeeze those elbows. Now use your eyes, look back so that where you go with your eyes, your neck will open up softly, and then inhale, elbows apart, chin down. Keep on inhaling till the lungs are full. You can see your rib cage separate in the mirror. You can feel your lungs expanding in all dimensions, and then exhale, push the head back, eyes open, walk the eyes back. It's really important. You're using that energy in the base of your belly to squeeze your belly and get all the air out. And now inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, lungs full. Now exhale, make that ha sound again, walk the eyes back across the ceiling. Squeeze the elbows, lock out the legs, shift the weight back, squeeze the bottom, and then inhale, elbows out. Without moving them down towards the sternum, you're slowly bringing your eyes down to your own focus in the mirror. Keep on inhaling till the lungs are full, and then exhale, mouth open. Your shoulder blades now are broadening forward towards the mirror as you bring the elbows together. You squeeze them lovely there, Anita, and then inhale, beautiful, straight back there. Lovely, Vicky. Keep on inhaling till those lungs are nice and full, and then take another sip. Relax your shoulders there, Karen, and now exhale, mouth open, eyes open. Now, without pushing your hips forward towards the mirror, shift the weight back into the heels, lift the toes, squeeze the elbows, and then inhale, breathing in. And maybe it's a challenge to keep the breath moving in the whole time, and that's the way you're going to expand your lungs. Lungs full, and now exhale, mouth open. The diaphragm moves back up into the place now as you meter the breath out through the back of the throat, so squeeze those elbows, lock out the legs, and then inhale. Diaphragm moves down into that nice soft belly. It moves out, the diaphragm moves down. You're strengthening the diaphragm to build your beautiful strong lungs, and now exhale, mouth open. Push the head back slowly, lock out the legs. Bring the weight back, keep that whole back nice and straight as you tuck the tailbone under, and now inhale for the last 2 in the second set. Big deep breaths, opening up the lungs, opening up your shoulders, looking forward in the mirror now, lungs full. Take another sip, exhale, push the head back. Get ready for your last breath here by really looking to the back wall, squeezing the bottom, bringing the weight back into the heels a bit and lifting those elbows. And our last breath, inhale for the last and biggest breath you've taken today. Maybe the biggest breath you've ever taken. Feel the stretch from the heels all the way to the elbows. Get the shoulders down and back. Now take another couple of sips, lungs full, and then exhale, take as long as you can to empty out the lungs and lock out the legs, suck in the stomach, get the elbows forward, shift the weight back, and when you're satisfied that the lungs are completely empty, that's when you drop the arms down by the side and stand perfectly still. Your shoulders are back, your palms are forward, and you're ready for your warm-up session. Inhale, bring the arms up over the head, interlock the fingers, release the index fingers, squeeze the head with the arms, cross the thumbs, and try to get those palms completely glued together. Point the fingers back a little bit so they're not coming forward. A little bit, Jan. Point them back. That's it. Okay, squeeze the bottom, lock the legs, push the hips strongly towards the mirror and bring the weight back by bringing the arms back to lift the chin so you can see your throat. Inhale, stretch up tall, and then move into your warm-up. Go to the right and then come up to the centre and go to the left. We're going to do this a couple of times. You're going to try and keep your hips and your shoulders parallel to the mirror the whole time as you just ease into these lovely sideways stretches, an incredible warm-up, just to almost take a physical inventory. Keep your attention on your breath. Very nice adjustments. Good. And now come back on an inhale and we'll start this posture. Now squeeze the bottom, lock the legs, push the hips strongly towards the mirror. Now bring the arms back, squeeze the head with the arms, lift the chin so you can see the throat. Inhale, stretch up tall. And as you exhale, stretch up, reach out and bring your body over to the right-hand side and push the hips to the left-hand side, lock out the legs, lance. That's absolutely beautiful alignment. Now on this side, there is a potential or propensity for that heel to come up off the floor. Push those heels back into the floor so there's an even footprint and pull that left hand up, out and over with the help of the right hand and check on that alignment. There's a lot of fantastic alignment in this room today. Check on your alignment. Maybe leave the right shoulder coming forward a bit. That's it, Jan. Bring the left shoulder back. Now lock out those legs because you've got to have a strong foundation. And for the last few seconds, everybody inhale, length. Exhale, pull over, push the hips to the left, and then exhale, inhale, come back up again, pardon me. Now squeeze the bottom, lock the legs, push the hips forward, and now arms back, lift the chin so you can see the throat. Inhale, stretch up, and then as you exhale, bring your body up, out, and over to the left, hips over to the right-hand side so that you can straight away check on your hips and your shoulders and your legs are completely locked out. So push the hips over strongly. That will help open up the hips even more and open up that spine. You can feel that beautiful stretch all down the right-hand side of the body, Jeff. That is absolutely beautiful. Lift your chin, everybody, and bring the weight back into the heels. This is one beautiful way of toning the front side and the back side of the body when you can lift the toes up off the floor. Beautiful. Bring that hip forward. That's it. Now for the last few seconds, pull that right hand over with the help of the left. Try to point to the back left corner of the room and now inhale, come back up. We're going to do our first back bend of the day. Always very strong setup in a back bend. Take a big breath and then just drop your head back completely and look to the back wall and don't hold your head up for anything. Just drop your head back like that and then you just relax it there. Beautiful. Always look back. Now squeeze the bottom, lock the legs, push the hips strongly forward towards the mirror. Now inhale, stretch up and get out of the lower waist here and then exhale, go back into your back bend. Go back and look back and push the hips forward. This is a perfect counterbalance here. As you push the hips forward, you can bring the weight back into the heels, look to the back wall. Now bring your arms back, look back, go back, all the way back. And now inhale, come back up. That was incredible, Wynn, how much further you went in that. Now exhale, suck in the stomach and come forward and bring your hands to the floor and walk out your hips, left, right, like a runner's warm-up. So, yes, beautiful. Now you're quite flexible there, Hayley, so I'd leave your heels on the ground and just lock out one leg and the other. Can you feel more of a stretch? Lock out one leg. That's it. Really get a good stretch right up through each hip. And you're quite flexible too there, so you might want to try deepening that by just leaning into each hip, but one leg locked out and then the other. Feel that? That's good. Okay, toes and heels together, heels on the ground, and bend down so that your stomach is on the thighs and your chest is on your knees. You wrap the elbows around the back of the calf muscles and aim to stand on the length of your fingertips facing forward, fingers parallel. And maybe even if you're very flexible, try overlapping your baby fingers. Now keep the body squashed on the legs because this is the most important part of this posture. Drop the head on an inhale, and as you exhale, pull on the heels, lift the hips up, and keep the chest on the legs. So bend the legs if the body comes away from the legs, and then keep wrapping the elbows around. Now, it's really common for people to pull with their shoulders, but that's not where you're going to get the benefit. The benefit comes with pulling with your biceps. So get those elbows around further. Try to get those fingers parallel some more, and then pull with those biceps so the shoulders lift up away from the ears. Now drop your head and relax it. Maybe shake it yes and no so that you can really be sure that you've got no tension in your neck, and pull. You've got to use those strong muscles in your arms, and you really will get some beautiful toning. Lifting those hips up and squash the body onto the legs. Now breathe out through the back of the legs as you lift up, rolling a little bit more weight into the toes, and then release. Come back up. Arms up over the head. You suck in the stomach as you do so, and that way you can protect the lower spine with the hydraulic pressure of your organs. Exhale, arms down. Now stand perfectly still, palms forward, shoulders back, and remember to limit your distractions. And as you know, we don't drink until the end of the warm-up series, which is in a few minutes, so that you can keep the fire in the belly happening, warming up the whole body. Inhale, bring the arms up over the head, interlock the fingers the other way, cross the thumbs, squeeze the head, lift the chin. Inhale, stretch up tall as you push the hips forward, and then as you exhale, bring your body over to the right, push the hips to the left-hand side. Checking it out. Incredible stretch that's happening over the left side of the body. Now, some of you have got your weight pushing into your toes, so maybe you need to bring your weight back into your heels. Oh, beautiful alignment. Keep on bringing that left hand over with the help of the right hand. There's not much longer to go. It's only halfway in this posture, half the time. Keep on breathing. Now, bring the weight back into the toes. Squeeze the head with the arms. Exhale, and now inhale. Come back up again. Push the hips forward. Lock the legs. Arms back. Inhale, stretch up tall. And as you exhale, stretch up, out, over to the left. This time, push the hips to the right, lock out the legs. Beautiful stretch on the right side of the body. Use the mirror and use your own proprioception here to work out where your body is. You could probably bring your right shoulder back a bit there, Graham, and squeeze the head with the arms. Great. Lock out those legs. Shift the weight back. Lift up the toes. Exhale. Inhale. Come back up again. Take a big breath. Second back bend. Drop the head back. Let it go completely. If you find yourself getting caught in this back bend, not being able to go back very far, remember your eyes go and then your body follows. So make sure you keep looking back. Squeeze the bottom, lock the legs, hips forward. Inhale, stretch up out of the lower spine. Exhale, go back. Look back. All the way back. Is your bottom still squeezed tightly? Is all the way back into the heels? Have you brought your arms back? Try to see how much further back you can see down the wall. Arms back, look back, go back, weight back, all the way. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, suck in the stomach, and come forward. Hands to the floor, walk out your hips, left, right, left, right. Not so much warm up in this second part because you've already quite warmed up. Moving the spine in all directions in this posture. Here you're trying to release the hips, the hamstrings, the sacroiliac joints. Okay, everybody together. Heels on the ground, bend down, stomach on the thighs, chest on the knees. Wrap the elbows around. Try to get those fingers parallel, facing forward. Bend down some more if you can't. Elbows behind. Inhale. And as you exhale, pull, lift, and breathe. Keep breathing. Relax that head. Remember, the neck is relaxed. Let the full weight of your head fall. Let gravity take over. And now let the elbows come behind. Now those of you very flexible and have your body firmly there and your legs are almost straight, try getting your elbows around even further. Lovely, Manya. And then try to get them to touch and then climb the inside of your upper arms, up your legs to get your elbows around even further. Pull on the heels, lifting up the hips. Now bend down a tiny bit more, get the elbows, and then pull and lift again. Good, beautiful. Now breathe through the back of the legs. Exhale, rolling the weight forward into the toes, lift the hips, and then release. Come back up. Arms up over the head. Exhale, arms down. Standing perfectly still. Nothing else to do between the postures but breathing. And we now warm up the big muscles in the legs and the arms. So just pick up the right foot, step out to the right-hand side, hip width. So the left foot stays where it is, and now you want to move your feet so that they feel a little bit pigeon-toed. It's like you're standing on rails, the toes are in a bit, the heels are out, so the feet are exactly parallel. So your right foot has to come out a little, heel has to come out a bit. Arms up in front of you, so they're parallel to the floor and parallel to each other. Now drop the shoulders down and back away from the ears, but keep the energy extending through to the fingers. Exhale, suck in the stomach, and now sit down, weight back into the heels, poke your bottom out, and get the thighs parallel to the floor. If you really want those quadriceps to build strength and tone, you've got to get those thighs down. You've also got to keep your feet parallel. So if your heels have moved in, move them back out again. If your knees have moved, get them back so that the arms are directly over the legs, directly over the feet, and inhale, push up through the heels. And now come up onto the toes like a ballerina. Remember to keep the arms nice and locked out, so just drop them a bit if you can't see your forearms in the mirror. Now keep those ankles up because this is the aim. Exhale, suck in the stomach, and now sit down on top of the highest toe. Keep the arms nice and locked out and stop right there. That's very nice. Just keep the heels up and the knees up and the heels up and the knees up. The hips are just a little bit higher than the knees. You've got to move the heels up so that you're standing on the toes. Try to put all the weight in the toes. Beautiful, John. And push up through the toes again. And then bring the heels back down onto the ground. If you can keep your arms up there nice and strong, try to keep them there and bring the knees together and let the heels come up off the floor just a little bit. Now suck in the stomach, energize the arms, squeeze the knees, and now exhale as you slide the back perfectly straight down an imaginary wall. As you bring the hips down towards the heels without sitting on them, and the heels come up towards the hips. Now there goes your 10 seconds, and you're standing there, or sitting there, looking like you're holding a box from the side. Take a big breath, suck in the stomach, and then slowly come back up as slow as you can, as fast as you need to, keeping on squeezing the knees so that you can maintain that beautiful strength. And bring the arms back down by the side, bring the legs together, and then just stand there, toes and heels together. And then we'll do second set. There's an impression in your towel. Just pick up the right foot and step out into it. Check on your heels there. Thank you. Heels out, knee and toes in just that touch so their feet are exactly parallel. Inhale, arms up in front of you. Lock them out. Drop the shoulders down and back. Suck in the stomach. And now go. Sit down. Weight back into the heels. Try to get those hips down. I know you can. I know you can. Try pushing your knees forward into the mirror and then bringing the weight back into the heels. That will actually help you, like a ratchet, come down. So lift the chin up off the chest up off the knees. Bring the weight back into the heels and then inhale, push up through the heels. Beautiful. And then come up onto the toes as high as you can. Dare to put all the weight into your toes, keeping the heels up. Suck in the stomach, energize the arms, and now come down on top of the toes. Heels up and knees up, heels up and knees up. Stop right there and just work on your heels. That's it. As soon as your heels start to drop, then you just stop where your bottom is and keep moving the heels up and the knees up. Chin up, chest up, bottom down, and release. Coming back up again. Now bring the heels down onto the floor. Keep the arms up if you can and energize them, squeezing the knees. Bring the heels up off the floor. Exhale, suck in the stomach and slowly slide the back down the back wall. It's 10 seconds you're aiming for, and I tell you what, it does take some time. Let the heels come up off the floor there, Graham, so that your back can come down straight. Good. Back is straight. Lawrence, that's beautiful. Such strength is building. Good. Now take a couple of, if your knees are strong, you can bounce a couple of times. Stop at the top of the bounce. Inhale, and now exhale, push up as slow as you can, as fast as you need to. And then bring the legs together, arms down by the side, and stand perfectly still. Toes and heels together. This is called Garurasana. Inhale, bring the arms up over the head. And now exhale, swing the right arm underneath the left, cross them above the elbows, below the wrists, cross the thumbs, and if you can, you bring the palms together in front of the face, pull down on the elbows, but keep the shoulders down and back. Bend your legs, put the heels flat on the floor, and lift the chin and the chest. Keep the weight even in both legs. And now pick up the right leg and wrap it over the left, and try to get the toes back behind the back of the calf muscle. Beautiful wrap. Now what you try to do here to get the alignment is get the hips parallel to the mirror. Beautiful, Laura. Now arch the spine, drop the bottom, pull on the elbows, and release. Come back up. Arms up over the head on an inhale. On the exhale, swing the left arm underneath the right. Above the elbows, cross them. Below the wrist, cross the thumbs, pull on the elbows, suck in the stomach, and sit down. Hips to the back wall. Pull on the elbows, and now pick up the left leg over the right. Now, square those hips up towards the mirror and try to be the shortest person in the room. So arch the spine up so the chest is off the knees. Beautiful, Jan. Now pull on those elbows, suck in the stomach, sit down, and inhale. We go straight into second set. This is the way it always happens. Arms up and exhale, right arm comes underneath the left. Swing, cross, twist, pull, suck in the stomach, sit down, arching the spine, chest up. Pick up the right leg, over it goes. Toes behind. Make sure those hips are square to the mirror, and this is the best way to get your alignment right. Now pull on those elbows, suck in the stomach, lift the chin up, chest up, bottom down. 3 more seconds. Be the shortest person in the room. And release. Arms up over the head. Exhale, swing, cross, twist and pull the left arm underneath the right. Cross them. That's it. The other one. Other way. You're right the first time. Suck in the stomach and sit down low. Chest up high, left leg up over the right. Go. Toes behind. Hips square. Sit down low. Feel that ankle start to get more flexible, and you can feel it down the back of that calf muscle stretching. Lift the chin, lift the chest, drop the bottom. 2, 1. Inhale, come back up, arms up. Exhale, arms down. And standing there, toes and heels together without moving a muscle. Work out whether you need a sip of water now or whether it's just going to distract you from your focus. And you come back right to your focus in the mirror. We're going to start our standing balancing series. There's going to be quite a lot of, there's quite a few postures where are a bit longer, and what you're going to try to do is lock out that leg, which is engaging your quadriceps muscles to lock out the knee so it won't bend. Okay, lock out the left leg solid, strong, like a concrete post. Bend up the right leg so that the thigh is parallel to the floor, the shin is vertical, and you flex the toes back towards the nose strongly. Now exhale, suck in the stomach, and round over to interlock the fingers underneath the ball of the right foot. All 10 fingers, including the thumbs. Try not to do it at the arch, try the toes instead. Flex the toes continually and keep breathing. Sucking in the stomach will help actually give you that hydraulic pressure to protect the lower spine. Rika, bring your heel in a little bit so that your shin is vertical. That's it, not too far. That's it, flex the toes. Suck in the stomach, continually come back to locking out that leg. So Hayley, see what you can do to push the back of the knee towards the back wall. Keep breathing, and you're going to stay in here for a whole 60 seconds. It's the hardest thing to do is to stay in one position for 60 seconds. Graham, try locking out the leg. Push the big toe into the floor. Breathing. Good. Now lock out that leg there, John. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Toes and heels together. Standing up still, absolutely no movement. Lock out the right leg. Bend up the left leg now so the thigh is parallel, the shin is vertical, flex the toes. Suck in the stomach, exhale, and now round over to interlock the fingers underneath the ball of the foot. Include the thumbs in the grip. Now, if you can, bring your heel a little bit closer to the mirror so the shin is vertical. Get the thumbs underneath, flex the toes, and round over a little bit more. I can see you're quite strong, so round over and you'll have less strain on the lower spine. Keep sucking in the stomach and stay here for a whole 60 seconds. It's much easier to move to one other part of the posture before time. It actually serves as a bit of a distraction. Unless you're going into it right away to the point where you go too comfortably, where you're pushing your limits, then you'll find more challenge in standing in one position for the whole 60 seconds. Look forward, lock out the leg, push the big toe into the floor, and keep locking that leg by pushing the back of the knee towards the back wall. Very good for your first class, locking out that leg for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Toes and heels together, standing still. Hands off your lower back and just stand there still. No movement. Off, not on. Okay, next, lock out the left leg. Okay, just a little word to our new person and to new people in the room. If you can't lock out your leg for a whole 30 seconds, then keep doing exactly what you did in the first set, just bending up the leg, doing the same thing. If you can lock out the leg, then you are going to see some people kicking forward, so make sure that you keep the leg locked out if you're going to do the extension. So lock out the left leg, bend up the right leg and flex the toes. Keep the right angle in the knee. Keep that leg flexed, suck in the stomach. And now round over to interlock the fingers underneath the ball of the foot. If you're going to do the extension, make sure the leg is locked out and go. Kick, lift the chest, and pull the toes back. Rika, hold underneath the toes. It's much easier there. Good. Lifting up. And now if both legs are locked out, then you bend the elbows. Now lock out that standing leg, and that's your posture for today. Try to get the thumbs underneath. Well done. Now lift that heel to the same height as your hip, please, Graham. And now flex the toes and get that back nice and straight for the last 3, 2, 1. Release. Good. Very nice. Lock out that right leg. Bend up the left leg. Flex the toes. Suck in the stomach. And now round over to interlock the fingers underneath the ball of the foot. Your time starts when the last person who's in it. So don't procrastinate. And good. If your leg is locked out, thanks Laura for the laugh, and kick the heel forward. Now flex the toes back and go straight into the next part of the posture if that's where you go, so that you can take as much time at your limit as you can, so you can get the most benefit. Flex the toes. Good work. Breathing. Lock out that standing leg. Push the big toe into the floor. Push the back of the leg towards the back wall. Rika, that is perfect. Lock out that leg, Laura. Push the back of the knee to the back wall for the last 3, 2, and 1. And release. Well done. Lovely. Toes and heels together. Standing. That was standing head to knee. We're going to do the complementary posture, standing bow. Lock out the left leg and bend the right elbow in with the palm up and drop the hand down near the bottom. Without moving the position of the hand, pick up the right foot and the right hand from underneath. You can hold without the thumb over the top. That'll change the posture, with the thumb underneath as well. Now, some of you more flexible people should be holding at the ankle. That's really what you're supposed to do. Bring the knees together to realign the hips. And now inhale, bring the left arm up towards the ceiling and try to touch the ceiling. Lift up, stretch up tall. And as you exhale, just kick the foot back. Kick the knee up towards the ceiling. Kick the foot back towards the back wall. Kick the knee up towards the ceiling. Keep trying to stretch up towards the ceiling, because this will really help you open up those shoulders. Lift your chest up again and lock out that leg. Try to feel a compression in the lower spine, because this is a back bend. Lift up, Jeff, that is gorgeous. Keep breathing and lock out that leg. Graham, try to lift the arm up even higher and breathe. Have you got a grimace on your face? Perhaps you could relax your face now, then, because it's got nothing to do with the posture. You just want to stand there and focus on the breath. 10 more seconds. Lock out the leg. Lift up the chin. Stretch the fingers up towards the ceiling. Lock out the leg and kick. 2, 1, and release. Toes and heels together. Now, if you fall out of that posture early, just go back into it as if you've got a whole another 60 seconds to do it. Even if you've only got 2 seconds to do it, you may find that is the way you're going to break through and work out how this posture actually works. Now, lock out that right leg and bend the left elbow in with the palm up. Drop the hand down to your bottom and pick up the left foot and the left hand from underneath with the thumb next to your fingers. Now, inhale the right arm up by the ear, stretch up tall, lift up tall, try to touch the ceiling, palm forward, please, Hayley. And now exhale as you kick the foot back, kick the knee up towards the ceiling, but keep the chest up. Try to resist your chest coming forward so that you can focus on the best possible back bend you could possibly have. Ideally, what you're trying to do is kick that leg up straight behind you, but what's stopping you is that arm. It's stopping you from kicking the leg up straight. You lock out that standing leg and you push the big toe into the floor, squeeze those quadriceps muscle. That is lovely, Hayley. Good. Now lift up and try to touch the ceiling, and now everybody can bring the belly a bit closer to the floor, but make sure that leg is locked out and that you don't lose that lovely compression in the lower spine. As you're kicking back, you can feel the left shoulder get pulled back behind you with the force of the kicking leg. And now kick up the leg for the last 3 seconds, stretch up, lift up, and release. Toes and heels together. Now stand there, don't distract yourself by looking anywhere else but forward in the mirror. And that can sometimes be the hardest thing if you practice, confronting yourself in the mirror. But that's what we're all here for. Lock out the left leg and bend the right elbow in with the palm up. And now pick up the foot in the hand. Pick up the ankle. Thumbs underneath as well. Knees together to align the hips. Inhale the left arm up, stretch up tall. And then as you exhale, kick the foot back. lifting up and trying to resist the chest coming forward, and kick the leg up as high as you can and dropping that hip so you get that beautiful alignment, and lift the chest. Go back into it. Lock out that leg and stretch up tall. Good. Keep on breathing and kick as hard as you can. Let that right shoulder come back behind you and kick the knee up towards the ceiling. For the last few seconds, I want to drop your belly and kick the leg up. Good. Pivot around that hip. 3, 2, 1. And release. Toes and heels together. Lock right leg out. Bend the left arm up. Pick the foot up in the hand from underneath. Other way there, Jeff. That's it. Inhale, the right arm goes up by the ear, stretch up tall, lift up tall, try to touch the ceiling. Now without moving the chest, just kick the foot back, kick the knee up, kick the foot back, kick the knee up. That's it. Now drop that hip and keep kicking. I'm going to do something here. Right, now just keep kicking and stretch, keep kicking. Now drop your belly a bit closer to the floor, get that leg up. Nice flexible shoulders. Good, good breath. Lock out that leg. Very nice, Laura. Push that big toe into the floor. Push the back of the leg towards the back wall. Now drop the belly for the last few seconds. Kick up. Breathe and release. Feels good, huh? Okay, stand to the back of the towel. This is a 10-second posture. It's incredible posture because it really does get your heart beating very strongly. And you're trying to be as strong as you can right from the fingertips to the toes. So lock out the body so it can be light. Inhale, bring the arms up over the head, interlock the fingers, release the index fingers, squeeze there with the arms, cross the thumbs and step forward onto the right foot. Now pick up the back toes for a moment so that all the weight's in the front leg. Lift up and stand in a bit of a back bend, squeeze the head, and now exhale, go down. Body down and leg up, pivot around that right hip. Trying to get the body straight, locked out. Amelia, beautiful. Now lift those arms up, squeeze the head with the arms, point the toes, 3 seconds more. And release, coming back up. And now, keep your arms up if you can and step forward onto the left leg. Pick up the back toes just for a moment so that you can get your hips square to the mirror. Inhale, stretch up tall, and now exhale, go. Body down, leg up. Now stretch that whole body apart. Now look forward on the floor a few meters in front of you. Squeeze the head, lock out both legs, and release. And now exhale, arms down by the side. And stand perfectly still. 10 seconds gets the heart moving. Also gets those coronary vessels flushing. Now inhale, bring the arms up over the head. Remember, a light body, a strong body is going to be easier to move into this posture. Now exhale, step forward onto the right leg. Pick up the back toes just for a moment. Square those hips to the mirror right now. And now go. Body down, leg up. As fast as you can, but as slow as you need to keep the balance. Now look forward on the floor in front of you and squeeze the head with the arms. Drop the chest, lift the arms, and release. Beautiful, Laura. And now keep the arms up if you can and step forward onto the left leg. Pick up the back toes just for a moment. Now square the hips up. This is one thing that really works so well. And now go. Body down, leg up. As fast as you can, as slow as you need to. Good. Now breathing, look on the floor a few meters in front of you. Lift up that back leg, drop the chest, lift the arms, squeeze the head and release, coming back up again. Exhale, arms down. Yes, it's a beautiful day today. Breathe through the nose. Great day to be alive. And stand to the left of your mat or towel. We're going to do our first of our warrior postures. Hey, we've just got to that magic point in the humidity where it's about 60%, which means you're going to get beautiful deep breaths more easily, humidified air. So allow that breath to fill your whole body. Sometimes that can be an uncomfortable experience if you're not used to breathing so deeply. So just embrace it. Inhale, bring the arms up over the head, and then exhale, step out to the right-hand side. Arms down, parallel to the floor, palms down. Now it's a warrior posture. Your arms are out nice and strong. Drop the shoulders down and back away from the ears, fingertips same height as the shoulders. If you've got sciatica, keep the feet parallel, otherwise everybody else toes in and heels out. Arms back, chin up, exhale, suck in the stomach and lift your chin and do a swan dive as you come down with locked out legs. Now when you get down here, you bend the legs, I'll show you, bend the legs, slide the hands down the back of the calf muscles, Get some fingertips underneath the heels from behind if you can. Bend the elbows out there if you can, Amelia. Lift the chin and then pull on the heels. Lift up the hips. Let the shoulders come away from the ears. The other way there, Hayley, from the outside. This way. That way. Not from here, from the outside. Good. Pull on the heels, lift the hips up, and face parallel to the floor for that beautiful opening in the spine. Bend those elbows out to the side so you can straighten your spine. Lift the hips up, roll weight into the toes. Exhale and release. Coming back up again. Arms up over the head as you step together. Exhale, arms down. If you come out of the posture the way you went into it, you'll actually get some beautiful benefits on the way out as well. So remember, the yoga is about the whole posture, the whole 90 minutes in the room. Okay, second set. If you didn't get your head to the floor, take a wider step out. Inhale, bring the arms up over the head. Going to join us, Win? And step out to the right-hand side. Good for you. Toes in, heels out, unless you've got sciatica. Arms back. Lock out those arms. Energy to the fingertips. Suck in the stomach. Exhale. And then come forward. Chin up. As you extend the lower spine forward towards the floor, bend the legs, slide the hands down the back of the calf muscles, bend the elbows and pull with those strong, strong biceps rather than your shoulders. That's it. Good. Can you feel how the shoulders rotate up and back, and then you start to release a lot more of the spine? You can feel the lower spine stretching down towards the floor, and that feels so good. Lifting the chin away from the chest and rolling a little bit of weight into the toes, keeping the shins and the elbows touching, pulling with those biceps. Really beautiful posture when you get it. It feels great to pull the chest through the shoulders and lift the hips up. Roll forward, lift up, exhale, and release. Coming back up again. Inhale, arms up over the head. Step together on an inhale, exhale, arms down. And there's nothing else to do between the postures but breathe. So breathing in and think about nothing else. All right. Hey, everyone up. Come on, I know you can do it. Inhale, bring the arms up over the head. Jeff, remember you're using the wall. Lawrence, if you get up, you use the wall too to help your foot, your leg. Okay. And now exhale, step out to the right-hand side, arms down parallel to the floor, palms down. A small thing, but quite significant for you, is get your heels parallel to the mirror. You've got one a few centimetres back. Okay, pick up the toes and pivot on the heels to the right-hand side. The left foot comes round a little bit, and it's a heel-to-heel posture here, not heel to arch. Thank you. Well done. Okay, now keep the arms strong, lock out the left leg and lunge down into the right leg all the way down. The shin has to be vertical, trying to get the thigh parallel. Now get the spine back to vertical, palms towards the mirror, and now tilt the arms, just bring the elbow to the knee. Keep the arms locked out and strong. Try not to touch the floor so much as get the elbow to the knee so that you're not leaning on the floor. Now try to stretch up towards the ceiling with the chin on the shoulder, and then you'll find a lot more stability in this posture. Lunge a bit more into the right leg, stretch up and breathe, and release. Come back up again. Now bring the right toe around and the left toes around as well. Right toes come around a little bit. Did you get what I was saying? Okay, good. Now lock out the right leg, swing those hips up so they're parallel, and try to get them parallel to the mirror. Hard to do with one leg out to the side, but try to do it. Lunge into the left leg all the way down, lock out the right leg. Shin vertical, good. Palms towards the mirror, and now just tilt the arms, elbow to the knee, no lower. That's it already. Now, just lunge a bit more without going any lower, and push the knee back with the help of the elbow to open up those hips. Look up towards the ceiling with the chin on the shoulder. Keep breathing, lifting up, try to touch the ceiling, and then breathe into that belly, and then release. Coming back up, arms up over the head, step together. Exhale, arms down. Breathe through the nose. Some of you breathing through the mouth. I promise you'll get more oxygen if you breathe through the nose. It's just anatomical. Inhale, arms up over the head for the second set. Step out the right-hand side. Arms down parallel to the floor, palms down. Energize those arms, pick up the toes and pivot on the heels to the right. Left foot in and heels parallel. Try to get them parallel there if you can. Now lunge into the right leg all the way down. Now maybe bounce a couple of times, but then stay down there and keep those hips solid. Tilt the arms and bring the elbow to the knee, no lower. Keep those arms strong. Try to stretch it down there, Jan. That's it. Now push the elbow into the knee, push the knee back, open up the pelvis. Chin on the shoulder, stretch up and try to look through the thumb towards the ceiling, and then release. Bring the arms up still, and now bring the toes around to the left-hand side. Lock out the right leg. Lunge into the left leg all the way down. Bounce a couple of times and then solidify those hips in that position. Palms towards the mirror, tilt the arms. Now, Jan, straighten that arm, straighten it, straighten it. That's it, push the knee back. You'll find more, that's it. Now look up towards the ceiling. Now everybody just bring your attention to your breath, steady it for the last few seconds. Just breathe deeply into your belly and release. Bringing the arms up over the head as you step together. Exhale, arms down. And standing just so the right side of your foot is on the left side of your mat. We're going to use the mat as a marker. This one's not so energetic for those of you who have been having a little rest. Inhale, bring the arms up over the head. Just a little sip because we're doing a big compression posture. Palms together across the thumbs. You don't have to interlock your fingers this time. And now step out to the right-hand side of the mat. You're just straddling the mat. It's just under 1 metre. Good. Now with the heels parallel to the mirror, just pick up the toes and pivot on the heels to the right-hand side so the back foot is at 45-degree angles. Everybody try to bring that left hip round so it's parallel to the wall to which you face. Now stretch up tall, inhale. Tuck the chin, keep the chin there, suck in the stomach, and now curling down. Squeeze the head with the arms all the way down so that you really satisfy all the benefits in this posture. You get them. Forward on the knee must happen in this posture. So tuck the chin and get the forward on the knee, even if you have to bend the leg. You can bring the hands right next to your foot and push up from the floor with your hands on either side. That way you can really round up the spine. Now palms together, cross the thumbs, and curling back up as slowly as you can or need to really make sure you keep the integrity of this posture. Pick up the toes and pivot on the heels to the front. And now pick up the toes and pivot on the heels to the left-hand side. Make sure your heels are in one line. And now bring the right hip round a few times. Tuck the chin, suck in the stomach, exhale and curl. Squeeze the head with the arms on the way down and pull the right hip forward the whole time so that your hips will be in nice alignment. May I? Lock out the back leg. There you go, that's it. Push the floor away and really round up that spine. Lock out that back leg. Forward on the knee so that you can get all the benefits. Suck in the stomach and then release. Coming back up. Keep the right hip forward as you come up. Pick up the toes and pivot on the heels to the front. Exhale, arms down. And then stand still because there is nothing else to do between the postures but breathe. And sometimes it's hard to look in your own eyes. Sometimes it's hard to breathe. But just breathe through whatever intense feelings that come up for you. And when you do that, without distracting yourself from what really is, you'll find a lot of those things float away like bubbles and burst, and you don't have to take them away with you. Now inhale the arms up over the head, palms together, cross the thumbs the other way, and step to the right again to the other side of your mat. Now pick up the toes and pivot on the heels to the right-hand side. We're going to really focus on this next posture, this posture here, on keeping the hips square so that they're in alignment the whole time. You get all the benefits. Now stretch up tall. Legs a bit closer together actually, Lee. A little bit closer. Tuck the chin, suck in the stomach. Keep the left hip forward all the way down. Oh, that was much better, Laura. That was gorgeous. Now, that's it. Beautiful. If you're keeping the left hip forward all the way down, guaranteed you're in a much better position right now. So use the leverage on the floor to push the floor away. Suck in the stomach, forward on the knee, because that's where the posture benefits begin. Swing the weight forward into the front leg if you feel your hips uneven. Push the back heel into the floor and now release. Come back up again. I'll hold you so that you've got your balance. Good. Pick up the toes and pivot on the heels to the front. Pick up the toes and pivot on the heels to the left. Now bring that right hip round a few times. Tuck the chin, suck in the stomach, and now curl. Keep the chin on the chest, squeeze the head, keep the right hip forward, right hip forward, right hip forward, right hip forward. Yes. Hands on the floor. That's easier on this side. Forward on the knee. Now I'm going to just give you a bit of a tilt here. Lock out that back leg and feel the stretch right from the hip down through the heel. Forward on the knee, suck in the stomach, push the floor away. 3 more seconds as you push the weight into the front leg to even the hips, and then release, coming back up with the right hip forward. Chin up. Pick up the toes, pivot on the heels to the front, legs together, arms down. Now try not to have a drink. We're going to be on the floor in a few moments. Lock out the left leg, stand in the middle of the towel, pick up the right leg and hold the right foot and the left hand from underneath. This is called Tadasana. You're trying to get the heel as close to your belly button and your hip as you possibly can, and when you're up there, you're trying to even out the hips in 2 dimensions, parallel to the floor, parallel to the mirror. You hold the foot from behind with that left hand so that you can also make sure you're not taking the shoulders forward. So you bend the elbow a little bit back, it brings the shoulder down and back. You inhale, length through the spine, try to touch the ceiling with the crown, and then exhale, push the floor away from you and see your whole spine lift up. And then release. The right leg comes down, you let the blood flow through the knee for a second, then lock out that right leg, and then pick up that left leg by sliding the left hand down the leg and then holding the foot in the right hand from underneath. Knee comes down and back, tuck the tailbone under. Remember, this is one time when we're standing on one leg where you really do see how much you lean into one leg. So try to lift the weight up, you let your connective tissue and the rest of your skeleton and the rest of your muscles hold you up. So the hips are parallel to the floor, hips are parallel to the mirror. Let the knee come down and back. Breathe in through the nose, stretch up through the ceiling, exhale, push the floor away, and then release, toes and heels together. Next one, Padangusthasana, the second set of this same posture. So you'll get the similar benefits for both parts, whether you go any further. Lock out the left leg and then bend up the right leg and hold the foot and the hand from underneath. Knee down and back. Right, those of you going into toe stand, you may bring your hands in prayer position. If you're very strong, come down without your hands. If you're still working on that, bring your hands in prayer. Come down with your hands to the floor. And now bend the leg and then bring the elbow behind. That's it. And now, if you're finding it hard to focus, get the balance, just look in front of you on the floor. And then just slowly bring your hands up like this. Very nice. Stretching up, relax the shoulders. 3, 2, one hand. Just bring one hand up, Graham. That's it. And release. And come up the same way you went into it if you can. All done. Push up. Lock out that right leg, bend up the left leg and hold the foot and the hand from underneath. And now if you're going into toe stand, hands in prayer, hands to the floor, bend the leg. Breathe through the nose. Stretch up through the spine, because in both of these types of posture, whether you're standing or you're on the floor, you're still trying to keep the spine perfectly straight, you're still trying to keep the symmetry of the hips, and you're still trying to get those knees parallel. 3, 2, 1. And come up the same way you went in. Stand for a moment in the mirror, looking at yourself in the mirror. Thank yourselves for the first part of class, and when you're ready, turn around and lie down and relax in Shavasana. If you need a drink on the way down, by all means, take it. Now your heels should be together, your toes are moving apart. Try shimmying your shoulder blades underneath you. Feel how much your chest seems to rise up out of the floor effortlessly, and then how much positive effect that has on your breath as your belly rises on every inhale and falls on every exhale. Your chin is tucked and your eyes are open, looking down towards the back wall rather than up towards the ceiling. It's an open eye meditation, so you really want to keep your attention on your breath whenever you can. Oh, look, I tell you what, this is fantastic. I had the opportunity to do 3 classes between 5 o'clock on Sunday and 6 o'clock on Monday, and it was fantastic. Transformational. The more you come, the more you get out of it. It's incredible. So you do what you can, of course, at any given moment, and that's really the way you need to live your life, doing the best you can. A really nice thing to think about is a modern day philosopher called Maturana. He talks about change. And change is something that he talks about as being conserving what works as opposed to trying to get rid of what doesn't work. And so you can always be focusing on what works and the other stuff will fall away. That's a very nice way to run your life as well. You may at times have thoughts that come into your head. Let them go and just come right back to your breath. Take the attention right back to your breath. And as you lie here, you're trying to trigger a state of relaxation so that every time you come back between postures, you come into this physical position and it triggers a mental and physical relaxation on the floor. So inhale through the nose, belly rises. Exhale through the nose, belly falls. It's time for our floor series now. So inhale, and as you do, bend up the right leg and pull the knee down, interlocking the fingers just below the knee. Pull the knee out a little bit to the right-hand side so that you're avoiding the rib cage. Now tuck the chin so you can lengthen the spine, and you're looking forward down the center line of the body. Keep breathing. You're feeling a compression there, and you're feeling a hip pinch. And release. The right leg comes down. That's an ascending colon compression. Now on your next inhale, bend up the left leg and pull the knee down. Interlock the fingers and pull, avoiding the rib cage. You may want to just bring it out a little bit to the left-hand side and then pull. You're using your biceps here and you're relaxing your right leg. You're tucking the chin down strongly so that you've got the thyroid, parathyroid compression again, and release. The left leg comes down. Now with your palms flat on the floor, bend up both legs at the same time so that you're not stressing any part of your lower spine. Wrap the right arm up over the left and try to grab onto your elbows. That's it. As big a bear hug as you possibly can. It's okay. Here we go. Now tuck the chin and breathe. Now I have been thinking about swapping arms. It's not about, some people think it's about changing the whole effect on your body, but I do notice that when I do wrap my right arm up first, then my right knee comes closer to my chest. And then when I wrap the other arm up the other way, then I've got more leverage on each one. So it does sort of even it out a bit. And now release the heels down to your bottom and then slide the heels away. And then lie there still again. Palms up, shoulders shimmied under, and breathing, tucking the chin, eyes open, arms down by your side there, Lee. That's it, complete relaxation. This is a trigger point for relaxing your Shavasana. You've done it every moment when you've been standing, looking in the mirror. Here it seems to be a bit easier because you're on the floor. Relinquish control to the floor, let it hold you up, let gravity pull you in. Now inhale for second set, pull up the right leg and bring it down. Do you do the other one? Pull it across. Oh. Nice, huh? Okay, pull the knee in. Relax across the pelvic girdle and try to get the shoulders flat down on the ground and the elbows nice and tight, and then release. I help you. And now inhale, do her first. Bend up the left leg. Bring this one up. Stabilize first and then do that. Okay. Try to get those hips even on the floor. Try to pull that knee in close. Tuck the chin so that you've got that thyroid, parathyroid compression there. It's not about speeding up your metabolism, it's about pressing a reset button for your metabolism. And then release the left leg down. Now palms on the floor, bend up both legs at the same time, and now wrap the left arm up over the right. And just even look and see how much closer one knee is. It might be only a couple of millimeters, but there is a difference. You have a bit more strength in that elbow that's closer, and the one that grabs over the top, perhaps. Pull the knees in, tuck the chin, eyes open. Keep breathing. Deeply into a sucked in stomach. And now release. Heels down to your bottom, slide the heels away, and there we are. Now I'm going to show Hayley the sit-ups that we're going to do. So first class, I always like to show what you need to do for a sit-up. Everyone else knows what you're doing. You can keep relaxing in Shavasana. Okay, get up on your elbows so you can see. If you've got a weak or tender lower back and you want to skip the sit-up, you bend the legs up, roll to the side, push your hands into the floor, look at your hands as you push away so you don't stress anything. Just maybe you might feel tired at one time and you want to skip a sit-up. You still need to know how to do that. All right. Otherwise, you flex the toes strongly. Inhale the arms up over the head, suck in the stomach, and with 2 exhales, reach 1 up to the ceiling and 1 to your legs. So, okay, if you need to skip the sit-up, roll to the side. Otherwise, flex the toes back to the nose, suck in the stomach, inhale the arms up, and double exhale, sit up. And then turn around for Bhujangasana Cobra Pose. Now, I noticed you must have done some Iyengar, so we do a different cobra here, so just pay attention. We're not using the hands. They're staying on the floor, but you're going to use the lower spine to lift everything up. Okay, the hands are flat, down on the floor, the elbows are up. Try getting them a little bit behind your shoulders, and that will really reduce the pressure that you have on them in this posture. So bring them back behind the shoulders there, Hayley. Now fuse the legs together so you've got one long, strong cobra tail. Exhale, squeeze the bottom, lock the knees, point the toes, and now inhale, only using the lower spine, lifting up, looking up towards the ceiling. You can rest the hands on the floor, but look up towards the ceiling and squeeze the bottom, lift up, look up, and then exhale, come down with the chin to the floor first, and then look to the right with the left ear on the towel. Good. Now here you are on the floor in your nice belly down Shavasana, and you can feel with your toes together and your heels apart how the lower spine releases and how your belly rises and falls with every breath. It massages the inside of your spine as well. Okay, second set, chin forward. Palms underneath the body again, behind the shoulders. Squeeze the bottom. Come on, squeeze the bottom, lock the knees, point the toes, exhale, and now inhale. Look up towards the ceiling and lift up. Squeeze the bottom and the toes are pointed, the legs are locked out. Now look up, lift up, 3 more seconds, 2 more seconds, 1, and release. Come back down again and look to the left with the right ear on the towel. Okay, Salabhasana, arms underneath the body. Palms down, baby fingers touching. So if you want to look forward, would you show Laura how to just lift your butt there like that? Okay, arms underneath, chin forward. Okay, relax your left leg. Lock out the right leg. Chin forward if you can, Amelia. I think you can do it. Okay, push the hands in the floor and now lift up that locked out right leg. Keep that left leg relaxed and drop that hip firmly down onto that forearm so that you can extend from the hip back through the toe. You can see it in the mirror. Use your shoulders and then release the right leg down and relax it. Release it. Lock out the left leg. Push the hands into the floor, chin forward, and now inhale. Lift up that locked out, extended left leg. Pivot around the hip so the hip is firmly on that forearm. Drop it so that you can see the buttocks are even. Push those shoulders into the floor and release. And now mouth on the towel. This is a double leg lift. So please, to keep safe, there's no looking around. Kiss the towel, drop the chin. Okay, it's a double leg lift and you've got to keep everything locked out. Get the elbows together as tightly as you can. Squeeze the bottom, lock the knees, point the toes. Inhale, and now on an exhale, both legs come up off the floor. Good. Push the hands into the floor. Try to get a bed of shoulders on the floor so you can lift those legs up with strength. And then release. Those legs come back down and bring the arms out from underneath you. Look to the right with the left ear on the towel. Toes together, heels apart. Trying to stay perfectly still. And that's what you should be doing right now in Shavasana, just lying still. Jeff, I can see you've got some tension in that right arm. Just relax it. That's it. So you really need to relax the body so you can relinquish yourself to the floor, surrender to the floor, and then surrender to that healing Shavasana and the flushing effect of the blood through the body after a posture. Now bring the chin forward, bring the arms underneath the body again, palms down. Second set. Relax the left leg. Lock out the right leg, point the toes, stretch it back, and push the hands in the floor as you pivot that hip around that forearm there, so that you're bringing it up. The leg is pointing back. It's nice and strong. And release. The right leg comes down. Now relax it, lock out the left leg, point the toes, stretch it back, and inhale, lift up that locked out left leg. Very nice, good. Now drop that hip back down on the forearm there, Lance, and you've got it. Beautiful hip alignment, hips are square to the floor. Keep breathing, look forward so you can get an extension in the neck here. And release the left leg down. And mouth on the towel, no looking around, elbows closer in underneath you if you can. Go on, you can do it. Okay, kiss the towel, squeeze the bottom, lock the knees, point the toes, inhale, and now exhale. Both legs come up off the floor so tight, so long, so strong, they feel light. Now don't take little sips of air, try deeper breaths so that you can focus on the breath and lift the legs up and then release, the legs come down. And now bring the arms out from underneath you, looking to the left, right ear on the towel. Now, rather than looking any further than your towel, just look to the edge of the towel so that you can just keep the focus of your eyes soft. The gaze is soft. Arms out to the side now. Purna Salavasana. Chin forward, looking in the mirror. Stretch those fingertips further towards each side so that you can come up off the floor light, long and strong. Lock the legs, point the toes, exhale, energize the arms, and now inhale, lifting up and looking up towards the ceiling. Beautiful height. Lift up and bring those legs up off the floor there, Lee. Good. Squeeze the bottom, lift the legs up, arms back in a V, and release, coming back down. Chin to the floor first, and then look to the right, left ear on the towel. Are you relaxing as much as you can? Maybe you can scan the body and just work out if there's any areas you can breathe into more strongly. And release any areas of tension and discomfort. And now we'll do second set. Bring those arms out to the side. Walk those fingers as far away from your shoulders as you can. Palms down, squeeze the bottom, lock the knees, point the toes, exhale. And now inhale, everything comes up. Look up over the top of the head. Everyone together. And now bring the arms back. Your palms are facing the ceiling. No, facing the mirror, pardon me. So you look up and breathe. Lift up, squeeze the bottom, breathing in and release, coming back down. Okay, chin to the floor first. Look to the left, right ear on the towel. Now your toes are together, your heels are apart. Focused on postures on the floor here, belly down, which you're focused on, lower spine, upper spine, mid spine, and now we're going to do the whole spine together, just in time. And now bend up the legs and grab onto each foot a few centimeters below the toes. Good. Your knees come together if you can. Look up towards the ceiling, squeeze the bottom. And now lift up as you kick the feet back into the hands, kick the knees up off the floor towards the ceiling. Now slow the breath down as much as you can so that you're not panting. Look up towards the ceiling and lift up. Roll forward into the soft part of the belly, kick up as high as you can for the last 2 seconds and release, come back down. Pardon? Yeah, sure. Look to the right, left ear on the towel. And second set, bend up the legs. Okay. So what I'm trying to get you to do is try and get those in. So I'll do it really gently. Okay. Look up towards the ceiling, squeeze the bottom. And now as you exhale, kick the feet back into the hands, kick the knees up towards the ceiling, and now roll to the soft part of the belly. Just breathe. Make sure you're not panting, look up towards the ceiling and kick. Kick the feet back, roll to the soft part of the belly, look up, breathing, and release, coming back down. Toes together, heels apart, look to the right, left, right ear on the towel. We're going to come up off the floor now. So you bring your hands underneath the chest and lift the chest up off the floor and walk to the top of the towel on your knees. And then sit on the floor between your heels for Supta Vajrasana. Fixed firm pose. Now, your hips and heels have to touch. Your knees can be as far apart as they need to, and your feet have to be facing towards the back wall, feet parallel. This way you're not going to have undue twisting on your knees. So if your bottom doesn't touch on the floor in this posture, well then that's your posture for today. You're going to sit up like this and let gravity and patience bring your bottom to the floor. Okay, if your bottom is on the floor, put both hands on your feet with your fingers facing forward, come back on your right elbow and then your left elbow and then the top of the head to the floor and then the shoulders to the floor and then the arms up over the top of the head. Too easy. And then grab those elbows and then try to get those shoulders closer towards the hips. Now if you could get your elbows closer to your shoulders, you try to do that, and that gives you the idea of getting that beautiful arch in the spine. Try to bring the knees together. Good. Now we're going to stay in this for 2 sets. Those of you who are sitting up and those of you who wish to sit up and do a Shavasana, go ahead and do that, or you can stay in it for the whole 2 sets. Okay, so those of you sitting up, turn around and lie down and relax in Shavasana. Get the healing effect of your Shavasana, get the flushing, and breathe. All right, those of you on the floor, flex the toes back towards the nose, lock out the legs, arms up over the head, suck in the stomach, double exhale and sit up. No, you're staying in for 2 sets. No. All right, and now turn around and go into the second set. Now, those of you on the floor, swap your arms over. Good, and now just those of you who don't have your bottoms on the floor. Is your bottom on the floor there, Graham? It is, good. Do your shoulders come on the floor if you bring your upper arms over? That's lovely then. Exactly what you're doing. Okay. Few more seconds. And come up. Head comes up last, please. Try bringing your knees apart if you're finding it hard to come up. Turn around and lie down and relax in Shavasana. Beautiful long holding. If you've got lots of restrictions in that posture, then you should come up and do 2 sets with your Shavasanas. If it's comfortable for you, like it is for most people in the room today, then stay for a long holding, and that's lovely. All right, next posture. Flex the toes, lock the legs, arms up, suck in the stomach, and double exhale. Reach for the sky, reach for the feet, straight back, lift the chin, pull the chest through the shoulders, and then turn around with the knees and the heels together, sitting on your heels. All right, inhale, bring the arms up over the head. Palms together, cross the thumbs, point the fingers back a little bit. Squeeze the head with the arms, lift the chin, and now as you exhale, suck in the stomach and extend your body forward towards the mirror, trying to get the forehead as far away from the knees as you possibly can, and trying to get your forehead to the floor before your hands. Your face has to be parallel to the floor, so usually that means your forehead flat on the floor, chin away from the chest. And now focus on the extension here. Every inhale, walk your hands forward towards the mirror, but drop your shoulders away from the ears. Lift the wrists and elbows up off the ground. Okay, one more extension. Inhale, length. Exhale, push the hips back. And now suck in the stomach as you inhale and lifting up your body strong and straight. Exhale, arms down, look at yourself in the mirror, finish the posture, and then spin around, lie down, relax in Shavasana. Breathe through the nose. This is an incredible posture. It's quite simple in what you need to do. For those of us who don't have really tight shoulders, you might find you've got tight lats as well. And when you've got tight lats, this is a very hard posture to do. Because you need to lift up those arms as much as you can so that you can get that extension, get that stretch through the latissimus dorsi. Flex the toes, lock the legs, arms up, suck in the stomach, double exhale, and sit up. Turn around for second set. Heels and knees and toes together. Inhale, bring the arms up over the head. Cross the thumbs, palms together. Inhale, stretch up tall. And as you exhale, lift up, out from the hips and get that traction happening already on the way down, trying to get the forehead to the floor before the hands. And that might never happen for you, and that's okay. But just focus on that extension with the forehead to the floor as far away from the knees. Okay, now lift the wrists and elbows up off the ground. And get those shoulders away from the ears. Get the extension through the latissimus dorsi. Push the hips back on the exhale. Now inhale, walk the hands forward. Exhale, push the hips back. And release, come back up again. Exhale, arms down. And then turn around, lie down and relax in Shavasana. Finish the posture. Don't be in a hurry to get anywhere. Just do everything. Match every breath with a movement, every movement with a breath. You've warmed up all class to get to this point. It's our camel posture. Flex the toes, lock the legs, arms up, suck in the stomach, double exhale, and sit up. Grab onto those feet, pull the toes, lift the chest, and then turn around. Stand up on the knees. Knees at hip width, feet at hip width. Now bring the hands in at the base of the spine with the baby fingers touching to open up the chest. So another big back bend. You're going to look to the back wall, drop the head. So take a big breath, squeeze the bottom, push the hips forward and drop the head back. And look back to the back wall. Now if you can see where the wall and the floor meet, then you can grab onto each heel. There you go. Lovely. If you can't, that's your posture for today. That's much better. So really push those hips forward. Now, I'm just going to invite everybody, if you want to stay in it for 2 sets, one long set here, Laura, then you stay in the posture. Otherwise, in a few seconds, everybody come up with your hands on your hips and then turn around and lie down and relax in Shavasana. Turn around, go straight away. Lie down. Very nice, Hayley. Good for you. First class, staying in it. Excellent. Keep there. Keep staying. Now, if you're feeling some opening up in the chest and through the solar plexus, maybe some uncomfortable feelings, it's normal in this posture to feel that. It's also normal to feel nothing at all. It's normal to feel something. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Just keep your eyes open and look to the back wall. That's it. Now, everybody, flex the toes, lock the legs, arms up over the head. Hayley, stay in it. And now double exhale and sit up. So they're going to join you now. Just keep the eyes open. Now pull on your heels, please there, Hayley, so you're not leaning on your heels. And now everybody else, knees a little bit further apart. Push the hips forward with the fingers parallel facing the mirror. Now take a squeeze at the bottom, push the hips forward, take a big breath, drop the head back and look back. Try to go back as far as you can. If you can see where the floor and the wall meet, grab onto your heels. Keep pushing the hips forward, squeeze the bottom and lift up through the chest so that you're getting a beautiful spine opening. Good. Pull on those heels, push the hips forward, squeeze the bottom. We've only got 10 more seconds. Try to get those hips closer to the mirror than those knees for the last 5, 4, pull on those heels, lead, 3, 2, 1. One hand on each hip as you come up and turn around and lie down and relax in Shavasana. Very brave. Turn around, lie down. Rabbit posture. The one big back bend. Now one big forward bend to complement it. Breathe through the nose if you can there, John. Flex the toes, lock the legs, arms up, suck in the stomach, double exhale, and sit up. Grab onto those feet. Now turn around and sit on the towel, just about 1/3 of the way up from the back, so you can wrap the towel up over each heel. So Hayley, I'll just invite you to have a look at what they're doing here. This is one posture where you can't look around. So once your chin is on your chest, you just have to use your ears. Bring your hands and grab onto the heels with the thumbs on the outside. That's it. Okay, so here we go. Inhale, stretch up tall. Now tuck the chin. This is where you're going to be looking now into your heart. Suck in the stomach and curl. Rounding up as much as you can to get the forehead on the knees and the top of the head to the floor. Try to get the forehead as close to the knees as you can. Now inhale, and as you exhale, pull on the heels, lift the hips up, roll forward like a wheel. Straighten the arms. One of the most important part of this posture. So when you must chain and straighten your arms, roll up some more and pull. Now rather than pushing any pressure on your feet, just push the knees into the floor and push the shins into the floor and lift up, trying to get the heels together. Roll forward and release. Roll back up again, chin up last, turn around, lie down and relax in Shavasana. If you have your arms bent, the weight goes forward and then you have compression through the spine. So make sure that you're pushing the knees and the shins into the floor and you'll get that lift in the hips. The feet have to be relaxed as well. So it's all happening through that spine, lifting up as opposed to rolling forward. Flex the toes and lock the legs, arms up, suck in the stomach, double exhale, and now sit up. Grab onto those feet, pull the chest through the shoulders and really feel like you're getting a practice of your Paschimottanasana, which happens at the end. And then turn around and grab onto the heels again. Wrap the towel up over the heels. It's nice and sweaty today, you probably need to. Thumbs on the outside, inhale, lengthen the spine, tuck the chin, bend the elbows and curl down. Forehead to the knees, top of the head to the floor. That's better, yeah, you got it. Okay, forehead to the knees, top of the head to the floor, inhale, and as you exhale, lift up, roll forward, pull on the heels. So a nice strong grip there, please, Graham, really strong. That's it. Now get the knees walking up towards the forehead a bit, and now push the knees into the floor and push the shins into the floor and suck in the stomach and roll up. 8 more seconds, pull hard, bring the heels together, lift up, roll forward, and release. Come back. There you go. Turn around, lie down, relax in Shavasana. So you'll know you're doing it right when it's less of an effort to get everything staying on the floor. And you'll know you're doing it right when you can feel a stretch primarily from the mid to lower back rather than across the shoulders and the neck. And in the true spirit of yoga, we'll just let that one go. Flex the toes, lock the legs, arms up, suck in the stomach, double exhale, and sit up. Ooh. As we come to the downward stretch of our class, there's a little bit less effort involved in these postures, so turn around and bring the right leg out and the left leg in, sole of the left foot on the right inner thigh. Are you still breathing through your nose? Your hips, square them off to the mirror so that you know where you are in space. Inhale, bring the arms up over the head. Interlock all 10 fingers together. So your legs are actually going to be at right angles, so bring them like that, and then you'll have the right alignment. Okay, arms up over the head, interlock all 10 fingers. Now tuck the chin, and now look into the heart as you curl down to get the forehead to the knee. Now bend up the leg if you have to get all 10 fingers interlocked underneath the ball of the foot. You've got it perfectly. Bend the elbows in and down, but use the strength in your hands, thumbs on the underside, to pull the toes back and push the heel away. Very good. Keep pulling the toes back, keep pushing the heel away, and bend those elbows in to relax the shoulders. Good. Now some of you have an extended leg, and if it's straight, lock out the leg and lift the heel up. Exhale, and now inhale, roll back up again. Beautiful extension. And now lift up and out so that the left leg is out, the right leg is in, sole of the foot on the left inner thigh. Lift up, stretch up, turn to the left, tuck the chin, suck in the stomach, and then curl down. Chin on the chest, look into the heart, forehead to the knee, so that you get the benefits of this posture. Push the heels away, Pull the toes back. Bend the elbows down, release the shoulders. Yeah, you got it. And you might want to just drop that in the shoulder so that both elbows and shoulders are even. You can feel your biceps working rather than using your shoulders to round over. And keep pushing the knee down with the help of the forehead. If the leg is straight, lock it out, lift the heel up and release. Roll back up again. Now lie back and do a quick sit-up in your own time. And now bend up the legs. This is Paschimottanasana. It's an intense stretch with a straight back. Fingers on the big toes. Bend up the legs. Geez, even though you're flexible, let's ease into it and really get a beautiful stretch. Fingers on the big toes, walk the hips back, bend up the legs there, Lance, your back is rounded there. Inhale, lengthen, pull the chest through the shoulders as you pull the toes back and extend. As soon as the back starts to round, roll back up again, keep the back straight and pull. So your arms and your back are straight before your legs, that's fine. When the legs straighten out, that's when you bend the elbows out, pull the chest through the shoulders and keep breathing. That's it, good. Lifting up the chest, pulling it through the shoulders, lifting it up and get the chin up over the toes. Lift the chest up, 5 more seconds, 4, lift up those chin, 3, 2, and 1, and release. And then when they're straight, that's when you bend. Can you feel how much more you'll get out of that? When you lift the chest up, you'll feel it right through here. Turn around, lie down. Flex the toes, lock the legs, arms up, suck in the stomach, or roll to the side. And double exhale. Sit up. Second set. Swing around this time. Right leg out, left leg in, sole of the foot on the right inner thigh. Inhale, arms up over the head. Turn to the right hand side, tuck the chin, and suck in the stomach and curl down. Look for your knee, look for your chest rather than looking for your foot, because I know it's still in the same spot you found it when you came to class. Bend the elbows down and pull the toes back. Push the heel away. Very nice, Laura. Dropping that left shoulder down. Keep breathing. Lance, that's lovely. Try to get that left knee in contact with the floor. Push the heel away there, John. I think you've got some more space to go. Get that ankle working for the last 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, what I'll do the other side. Left leg out, right leg in on the sole of the foot on the left inner thigh. Stretch up tall, turn to the left, tuck the chin, and curl down. There you go. Now interlock all 10 fingers underneath the ball of the foot. Pull underneath, thumbs underneath. You don't want to do it, do you? Thumbs underneath. Pull the toes back and push the heel away. Climb the forehead up even higher on the knee. And extend the heel away from you. If your toes are facing the mirror, bring them back so that you get an extension. 3, bend the elbows. 2, extend the heel. 1, inhale, come back up. And lie back, legs out in front of you, and do a quick sit-up. Okay, bend up those legs again. And lift the chin and the chest. Okay, bend up even higher there, Lance. Start straight, back straight, and that's where the back stays. Inhale, length through the spine. Exhale, push the heels away, but keep the toes back. Keep pulling the chest through the shoulders and keep the extension. You'll find you get much more through. Now just keep pushing the heels away. As soon as the back bends, rock back up onto the front part of those sit bones and pull. Use the strength in those biceps to pull the chin away from the chest and the chest up. Pull, lift up. Inhale, length, chin up there, John. Exhale, pull for the last 3 seconds. 1 inhale, exhale and pull, and turn around, lie down and relax in Shavasana. That's one posture where I find everyone wants to get their head over their toes before they've got their back straight. Focus on the strengthening and the straightening of the back, the lengthening of those muscles, because you're always in a forward bend every other time of the day except when you're doing your back bends in yoga. Not many jobs require us to do back bends. So really capitalise on these moments that you have in the yoga room. Focus more on an open, straightened, strengthened, lengthened back. And we'll do that in the sit-up. So flex the toes, lock the legs, arms up, suck in the stomach, double exhale. Reach up to the ceiling, grab onto the feet, pull the chest through the shoulders. Lovely, Lawrence. And then turn to the right so you're facing the left wall. Bend the left leg underneath the right. And then the right leg up and over the top. So that the heel and knee are touching. Square the hips up to the front wall there, so that you've got an idea of where you are in space and you know how well you're twisting then. Bring the right hand in the base of the spine and prop up the spine strongly. Inhale, bring the left arm up and bring the back of the elbow to the knee and push the knee back and then grab onto the knee. You got it. Now look forward on an inhale and then as you exhale, push the floor away with your right hand and then turn and look over your right shoulder. Good. Other leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turn and twist. Inhale, lengthen. Use your eyes. Turn as you exhale and twist and try and see the back wall. Inhale, lengthen, push the floor away from you. Exhale, turn, twist, try to push that other knee back down onto the floor. Square that right hip back down. And then inhale as you inflate the lungs, you're untwisting. And then swap the legs around. All right leg underneath the left leg up and over, heel and knee together, left hand in at the base of the spine. Right arm up, inhale, back of the elbow to the knee, push the knee back, and then grab onto that knee. Look forward on an inhale, and then as you exhale, push the floor away with your left hand, and then turn and look and lift. Try to use your intraocular muscles here. So push the floor away. Try to push that left hip back down into the floor now, and you'll feel how the spine straightens up some more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turn and twist. One more time. Inhale, length. Exhale, try and see your own eyes in the mirror as you try to push that knee back down onto the floor and release. And untwist. Lie down and relax in Shavasana. We've only got one more sit-up to do and the final breathing exercise. So whether you need to roll to the side or come up off the floor with a sit-up, just do what you can and make it strong to energize the body. Flex the toes, lock the legs, arms up, suck in the stomach, double exhale, and sit up. Pull the chest through the shoulders. And then turn around to sit on the knees and the heels. All right, this is our final breathing posture. It's called breath of fire, Kapalabhati breathing. And you use the belly, the exhales, to exhale the air like you're blowing out a candle at arm's distance. So there's... Try to avoid too much noise through the mouth because then it's really coming from here. Try to make it come all the way from there. If you have any trouble, anybody, just look at your belly. That can help. Or maybe even put your hand on your stomach as well. That can also help you focus on that area. So take a breath, bring the hands down onto the knees, but let the shoulders come down and back and relax them. Tuck the tailbone under to get a little bit more space in the belly. Inhale, open the mouth and go. Using that strong exhale breath to energize the body. It's breath of fire, and you're also getting rid of dead air in the lungs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And one more set. We'll just pick up the pace a little bit. So tuck the tailbone under again. Just get a little bit more relaxation in that belly so you can really focus on that strength. Relax the shoulders. Take a big breath. Open the mouth and go. Oh, well done. Great courage today. Beautiful class. Bring your hands in heart-centered and look at yourself in the mirror. And thank yourselves for being here. Maybe your own namaste. Meet your own eyes. Right. If you've used one of our blue mats today, please leave it where it is. And we clean them right here. There's some nice warm tea waiting for you outside. So now that all the housekeeping details are taken care of, the next thing to take care of is yourself. You need to stay in the room and lie down for 5 minutes minimum. If you ever leave the floor and you're still clambering for a good steady breath, then you know you've come out too fast. So lie down, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Your eyes can be open, they can be closed. Your heels might even be together and your toes apart. You're just lying in the most relaxed position you can find. Capitalize on this wonderful yoga class. Beautifully designed, working right through the body. 70 trillion cells. Hey, I read someone else told me it was 100 trillion. Whatever. Megatrillions of cells. Every single one of them reoxygenated, rejuvenated. It's like pressing the reset button on your body for better healing, better operation. Every muscle, every nerve, every ligament, and every tendon, every system in the body. Let the breath come in through the nose and go out through the nose. The belly rises and falls. And work your body, the breath right through the body, and relax every part of the body in turn. Maybe you can start at your feet. Take the breath right back down into your feet. Inhale, exhale, and just relax. And let all that tension go out through your toes. Inhale, bring your tension and relax your ankles, your shins and your calves, your knees, your thighs, hamstrings and your hips, your belly and all those internal organs, your chest, your heart, your lungs, and then again through your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your fingertips, right through your neck, your mouth. Let your lips just come together and your tongue falls where it does. Your teeth are always apart. Relax every part of the body, right up through the last cell and every hair strand. Breathe in peace and relaxation with every breath. Take it with you when you leave. Namaste.